Hello, dear Leo. Welcome to your timeless reading on the question, how do they feel about you? I hope you're doing great today. So I'll have my coffee here close to me. All right, so we are looking at this particular question today, and then some subsequent questions. I'm also interested in how you are feeling towards them, of course, and how this connection might develop, if it will, and so on. Let me just give this a little bit of a different order. Shuffle, that's how I call it. Yes, so that's a very interesting question, actually. How do they feel about you? The cards are one thing. They give us some inspiration on how to think, or they can falsify or verify our feelings, what is already inside in us regarding that question. But you, of course, have your own relationship to that already. Okay, so let's take this. How do they feel about you? I'm going to take a third one. And the star. Okay, Ten of Voices, Knight of Materials, and the Star. Let me tune in. I'd say they're not happy about the situation. They really want, like, this Ten of Voices, just take this as an example. Yeah, pretty... That's being done and devastated, right? I mean, either the relationship ended, or there was a fight or something that causes them quite a lot of bad thoughts and distress, and maybe sleepless nights, maybe. But this is not the Nine of Voices, but still Ten of Voices. But there is also, with this energy, is it's indicating an ending to a situation. Maybe it's the ending of the suffering. There's definitely big hope into the whole thing with the Star here, Aquarius energy. That's the calm after the storm. And faith, hope, and emotional breakthrough. That's also part of this first row, together with the Knight of Materials. I mean, that's pretty beautiful. That's this bringing in energy of practical solutions, I'd say. So some practical solutions coming here, and there's the hope that the storm is calm now, but there's been a storm, possibly. It could be in regard to you, to your connection, or maybe that's something that they have going on in their life separately from your connection. But we can also just take a look at it with the question of how or does this currently, this ending of some sort, relate to your connection? Or is this something, or how does this relate to your connection? Let's put it that way. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the King of Wands. That's intense. There might have been conflicts of interest between you two. These are two very different energies. Queen of Cups, somebody who really wants love and stability and something to rely upon, and just very about, I want love. This is what the card is saying to me right now. And this King of Wands is less about that. And And in between there is this Three of Swords heartbreak situation, which is kind of telling me that there might have been, you check in with yourself. Are you standing on different grounds? Do you want the same thing? Is there an incompatibility? I mean, the sooner you find that out, the better for you to move on, because you will not be able to suppress your desires. And there's nothing wrong about your desires. Just when the other energy is at a very different place in their life and what they want, they could also be gathering strength, right? With the King of Wands energy. So for those of you who are compatible in an incompatible relationship that already works, of course this diagonal that builds here, the Ten of Voices, Three of Swords, is just saying not all times can be great times. Of course it depends greatly on what your situation is, your personal situation. I could also go in and clarify this Ten of Voices, how they feel about you. It might also be that they are in a heartbreak situation because they are trying to, with all their force, to disconnect here from something that is maybe very much like emotionally attached to the situation. So for those of you who are in that scenario, it's telling me that it is causing quite some heartbreak here. This is how it relates to your connection. It kind of translates into the energies that you share, which is definitely pretty difficult. Okay, we have the Hanged on the Ten of Voices, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Yes, so the Ten of Voices is it's not really it's not very definite here. The energies, it's a little bit of a chaos. It's very difficult. It's about letting go, not really taking its defense, and kind of not really accepting what is going on. There should be something happening, but it's not. It's kind of this no movement, stagnation. No decision is being taken. No, that's stagnant here. Yeah. What about the Three of Swords? Now I get more and more the feeling that this is about an incompatible situation here, Leo, for you. So check in with yourself, and you know best. I mean, if there's something, the slightest inner voice. We also have doubts, right? And sometimes these doubts are based in fears, and sometimes our fears are just always there, right? Like if we have a wound in attachment, then any situation, any connection that we try to build will end up in us having doubts in our brain, creating all these swords, the thoughts, right? The mind is playing games on us in that regard, and we're questioning everything. But still, there is a very clear voice that is not coming from the place of fear. That's not coming from the place of let's question everything. but it's rather very, it's just telling you here, I'm your intuition. I can tell you what I feel, and usually this intuition, because this voice, we cannot silence it. It will just become louder, or it will stay. So the self-fulfilling prophecies, that's where they come from. It's like one thing we can say, all right, I believe that now. I choose to believe this, but deep down in us, we don't, and then that's what comes through to reality. And all right. So we have that's Three of Swords, clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Ace of Swords. There's some stability against this Ace of Swords energy, and it's about harmonizing and balancing that out, being patient about this. I received that as this is a strong desire for things to be clear and settled. And this is this source or the universe, or whatever your word for that is, offers you as a new idea, new insight, new opportunity, but also right now I perceive that more as this cutting through sword, right? The sword that is there to separate and to kind of fast and without pain and painless, bring in a decision and then execute it. But there we have this harmonizing temperance in between, the balancing of it, the path somewhere far beyond the sunrise, and which is speaking about patience, but it's also a little bit ironic in these two so different energies, right? Last card of the Suit of Pentacles, super stability, against first card of the Suit of Swords, material against the metaphysical, and then you have to find the balance, and this is where that is clarifying the heartache. So yet again, so the stagnation, and it's just really not that flowy here, as I see. Okay, but let me check. How does that reflect upon you, actually? Dear Leo, you are the main character here. And there we have you, right? The lion here in the back. I get this feeling that this lion sends the King of Wands to here go and solve the problem, but the lion itself stays in the background, just watching the situation. It's a little bit, I don't know if that resonates with you at any somehow. Okay, how is Leo doing here? Opa, Ace of Cups. Great. Yet again, I get this feeling that this is more your side here, even though we have the lion on there. On the other side, Death and Four of Cups. Okay. So, I think you're ready to go through a transformation. And possibly you are already in the middle of this transition time with the Death card here. But I feel a strength coming through from you, a very solid core in my stomach, develops. That's very determinate and ready to make decisions, and because you know what you have to give, what you have to offer to the world. You know how to express your emotions, your feelings. You're close to them. You're connected, and also here the universe offers some extra beauty to make your cup, even fuller, and let you express what you need to express here. But it's not coming easy, and you share this energy here, right, with the Four of Cups. For them, it's also not easy. It's not easy. That's the moment of incompatibility, where people would be so great on staying friends or turning the relationship into a more friendly, friends-based relationship. If you are on different sides, if you want different things, if you're going through different processes and it is causing you pain and distress. So if you are going through a transition here, you are supported by the universe here with the Ace of Cups. They are also offered something from the universe, but it's a very difficult situation here for them to balance that out, these different desires. I feel there is another situation attached to it. It doesn't have to be another person, but there is some form of another situation attached, and it's bigger than the connection at the moment, which is fine. It can be later on. There can be something, changing that. So maybe I can look into it actually, Leo. Let me check. So it looks like there is incompatibility and it's not happening right now. So let me have a look into the future. So what's the tarot offering here for Leo in regards to this connection for the future? Page of Pentacles. Okay, curiosity. The Chariot and the Page of Swords. Okay, 2 pages. There is curiosity. There is this feeling of wanting to start something, to have a look at it, to possibly give it some energy to develop. But it is immature energy, right? It's not solid. There we have the Page of Swords. So this will definitely reflect on the future. Yes. If you're the one in this connection who wants the stability and who's ready to give love, and you feel like they are dragging a little, and you want to get into that chariot and go towards the future, and you're better off to give yourself self-love and be there for yourself, and to say possibly also here, this is to say no to something in this connection. Let them decide first what they want, and then you can connect. It's not gonna run away from you, right? Be friendly and happy, and yeah, be there for yourself, work on yourself. That's gonna make you more attractive to anyone, including yourself. And there's a warning as well. So we have the pages here and the chariot. So the chariot is about motion, determination, getting somewhere. But the pages are, it's not kind of well thought through. Pages are here to explore. They make mistakes, which is fine, absolutely. But try not to, I wouldn't say that it's a good idea to grab your most unexperienced energies and then go, full on into that. Invest some speed, But yeah, so I think that's coming through here as well. All right, Leo, I'm gonna close that now with this oracle and with a quick message, which is not connected to them or to this reading, but it's just for you. Okay, Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Yep, I'd say this that relates pretty good to what was just said. Do not move too fast. Be considerate with how you move. What moves do you make and what actions, and just have an eye on your behavior and everything. All right, I'm gonna read the message for you here. Slow and steady. Breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach. Absolutely here. Good. All right, Leo. So, I hope you were not looking into this reading for finding the answer of they are absolutely in love with you. Maybe they are, but if you have any sorts of doubts, again, your inner voice, anything there, then it's probably correct. You can trust yourself and then use the time to connect more to yourself. Be slow and considerate. All right. Good. Then it's done. Have a great time. Sending you hugs and love, and tune in again. Bye.